AEW ends 2024 with AEW Worlds End. Did the pay-per-view live up to the quality we've seen from other shows from AEW? Did we end 2024 on a high note? Or did we end it like a fart in the wind? It didn't go out with a bang, it went out with a whimper. I'll put it to you this way. It could have been worse. I think when it comes to the other pay-per-view shows, I can't really say AEW Worlds End, in my personal opinion, lived up to Revolution, Dynasty, All In, Forbidden Door. I can't even say it lived up to Wrestle Dream. I don't think it lived up to All Out. It was better than Full Gear. Full Gear, easily one of the worst shows that AEW has done. But I will say there was enough good things on the show for me to say, yeah, it was a good show. Solid. That ending, though, that ending was not solid. And don't worry, we will get to it. I just think coming out of the show, when it comes to AEW, and seeing the returns of Kenny Omega, and also the rated R superstar, Adam Copeland, it just kind of reminds me of this revolving door that AEW seems to be in. They get themselves in a rut, whether it's through bad booking, bad decision making, or whatever. And they give you this hint of hope that things are going to get better. They keep telling you, we're going to hit the reset button. We're going to hit the reset button. We're going to hit the reset button. After a while, you hitting the reset button stops having value. It's that simple. You can't keep pushing the reset button every single time you hit a rut. But once again, AEW, they're pushing the reset button. A new era is coming next Wednesday on New Year's. When are we gonna finally figure this shit out? Because I'm at the point now with AEW where, look, alright, you've been around for 5 years now. 5 strong years. I wouldn't even say 2024 was strong, but you've been around for 5 years. It's time to figure this out. Stop lying to yourselves and acting like AEW is hot right now. It is the furthest thing from hot. It is the opposite of hot. Yes, there is good wrestling. That doesn't cut it anymore. I'm sorry. I thought this show had a ton of great matches. Matter of fact, some might even say we had a classic between Okada and Ospreay. I wouldn't say it's a classic, but if you want to call it a classic, I'm not going to tell you otherwise. We finally got ourselves an Okada New Japan Pro Wrestling styled match. It's been a minute since I've seen Okada wrestle that hard. I don't think he's actually had that kind of a match yet until tonight. I thought Mercedes Moné and Kris Statlander had an awesome match. Was it as good as their Full Gear match? But still an awesome match. But I came out of the show feeling like, what was the point of any of this? It just kind of left me going, alright. That was a good show of good in-ring action. I don't know, man. I just get to a point with AEW where I just start thinking, is this really it? Did the company peak? I don't want to say it did, but it feels like the company peaked. We're going to be right back here at the end of 2025. We're going to hit the reset button. All right, how many times can you hit that reset button? I saw Tony Khan during that media conference call before the show saying that, number one, he is going to stay head of creative, which is a terrible move. I'm sorry. He should have given that spot up to somebody. I really wish he would have just said, you know what? I have found somebody to take over creative. I'm going to step back, and I'm just going to be the investor. Because that's what he really needs to do. I'm sorry. Like, after seeing how awful the shows have been this year, the first thing he should have done was step away from creative. Period. That's the first thing he should have done. But of course, why should I expect a billionaire to think anything is wrong with what he's doing? But also, I thought this was kind of funny. He just recently folded or sunset Rampage. The last episode of Rampage recently took place, was it last night? This past week. And there were rumors of them doing another show, AEW Shockwave. Well, those rumors have fallen through. Maybe there was going to be a show and Fox was going to pick it up, but Fox apparently dropped the negotiations to bring in another show. So now they're stuck with just Dynamite and Collision, which honestly is a good thing. They need less to work with right now because they can't handle what they've already been doing. If it was up to me, I would also sunset Ring of Honor. I would drop all of that and just move everybody to Collision and Dynamite and work with that. That's what I would be doing. But it's funny. We're all just assuming that things were going to be okay. We all assumed things were going to be okay when he signed that new WBD media rights deal, right? And apparently, according to Dave Meltzer, I can't believe I'm mentioning Dave Meltzer, but according to Dave Meltzer, Tony Khan attributes the new deal to them airing the CM Punk footage of Punk pushing Jack Perry. And according to Dave Meltzer, that angle is what helped AEW get the TV deal. That's what Tony Khan believes. Now, I keep bringing up Dave Meltzer because no one should trust the source of Dave Meltzer. Always know there's a caveat to anything that man reports. But it also is one of those things where if it was true, I wouldn't be surprised. Because it sounds like something Tony Khan would think. Oh, everything I do is great. That footage was great. I'm saying all this to paint the picture that we're still not learning from our lessons. And it doesn't matter who comes in. Like, you're bringing back Adam Copeland. You're bringing back Kenny Omega. I don't even know if they're going to bring in Shane McMahon at this point. I feel like if he was going to come in, it should have happened tonight. So now I'm just washing my hands clean of that. I don't think Shane's coming in. So now the question is, what the hell are we doing with the Death Rider storyline? I don't fucking know. I just think it's a terrible storyline now. Can we talk about it? This Death Rider storyline fucking sucks. Yet another takeover angle that has bombed. Because I'm sitting here thinking, what are we doing? What is the purpose of Jon Moxley and his crew doing what they're doing besides just wreaking havoc for the sake of wreaking havoc? They're carrying around the championship in a briefcase because they get nothing from it. They're acting like they're outsiders when they're still under contract with Tony Khan. And I thought maybe they had entered a different enterprise under a higher power like a Shane McMahon, which would have made more sense. But I can't talk about that because Shane McMahon's not here. If he eventually shows up, we'll talk about it then. But for right now, everything that they're doing, the premise to all of this, literally makes no sense. It's like the Death Riders versus AEW To which I go, but why would it be Death Riders versus AEW when the Death Riders are still a part of AEW? This is stupid. And that main event was goddamn stupid. This whole idea that Hangman Page and Switchblade and Orange Cassidy, they had to work together to take out the evil being of Jon Moxley. And because they had their egos, they let their egos get the best of them. Jon Moxley escaped. And then it was all kinds of chaos and chaotic with the Death Riders and Marina Shafir getting involved. And then I just said, okay, I don't know what the hell's going on. This is no longer a fatal four-way. This feels like a clusterfuck now, which is exactly what it was. And it just never really clicked with me. That entire match, I couldn't tell you how many fucks I did not give. It was that bad. I might even say it's one of the worst main events that AEW has had. Is it as bad as Kenny and Moxley's electric barbed wire? What was it? The barbed wire ropes match? Well, okay. The barbed wire ropes match, the match itself was fine. The post-match stuff where the ring was supposed to explode, that wasn't good. That was awful. That was terrible. Do I think this is worse than that? I don't know. I have to think on it. Yeah, barbed wire ropes. Electric barbed wire ropes. I forgot the name of the match. You know what I'm talking about. I just came out of the match going, can we end this? That's the thing about it. Like, it's not leaving me with a feeling of, I gotta see what happens next. I'm at the point now with this storyline where I'm like, Jesus Christ, Adam Copeland, take that belt from Jon Moxley, have Christian cash in, and then do that. Because that's where I am right now. Let's just get away from the Death Riders, have Adam Copeland win the championship, have Christian cash in, and then we'll do Christian and Adam Copeland for the world title. Barbed wire death match. Thank you. That's where I am. If Shane McMahon is not going to come in, and we're not going to do a proper takeover storyline, end it. Put an end to it. Have them all do something else. And let's just put the championship in a feud that I actually think would be interesting. Adam Copeland and Christian for the World Championship. I'm all for that. I think that would be a great feud to do. You can get an entire year's worth of matches out of that. Am I lying? Speaking of storylines that I'm glad ended, MJF and Adam Cole. Baby! Jesus Christ, Adam Copeland and Adam Cole are way too close together. I'm scared I'm going to start mixing them up. Yeah, it feels like we saw the finale to their feud. I really hope that this was the end of MJF and Adam Cole. Please don't have MJF come back with a group to take on the Undisputed Kingdom, whatever the fuck. Can we not, please? Can we not continue this? Can we end it? MJF beat Adam Cole, got his revenge from last year. Kept the diamond ring. And then Adam Cole reunited with the Undisputed Era, Undisputed Kingdom, and took out MJF. So they both won. It's over. Feud's over with. We wrapped up the storyline. They did their best to salvage it. You're not going to get any better than this. This is it. This is it. This is it. The match itself, I didn't even think the match was bad. Matter of fact, I thought it was kind of good. I'm taking off this jacket. I don't know why I have it on. But yeah, I just feel like going forward, there's no reason to keep these guys together. And as for the Continental Classic, I thought, for the most part, the Continental Classic matches carried the show. The best part of the entire show. I personally would have given this show a higher grade if we had ended right after Kenny Omega came out and confronted Okada. If they had cut the show off right there, I would give this an A. I'd be like, okay, A show. Seriously, and I mean that. If they had not done that main event and that ending angle, and just did everything from Ospreay, Fletcher to Ospreay and Okada and ended the show there, I would have given this show an A. I've been like, well, yeah, definitely one of the best shows all year. But they had to keep going. They had to keep going with that fucking awful main event. And they had to continue this stupid-ass Death Rider versus AEW storyline, with now Adam Copeland leading the charge for AEW. Wonderful. Great. It's like they take 2 steps forward and then 20 steps back. They're not going to learn, man. They're just not going to learn. So let's see what they do. I am praying they get that belt. If Shane McMahon is not coming in, get that belt off of Moxley as soon as possible. Give me Adam Copeland versus Christian for the world title. And what they do with Darby Allin going forward, I don't know. I think it would be a great time to start pushing Darby Allin as a world champion. Or at least to be contending for that world championship. But I just don't trust the writers. I don't trust the storytellers. I don't trust the writers at this point to make any of this shit work. Because I talked about Mercedes Moné and Kris Statlander earlier. As great as that match was, it literally had no storyline to it. Kris just came out. When did she come out? Did she come back? When did she come back to challenge her? Because it was like she was off TV after she lost to Mercedes at Full Gear, right? And then she just came back out of nowhere and said, I want a rematch. And Mercedes said, sure. And so Mercedes beats her clean. And I'm sitting here like, so what was that supposed to accomplish? Great match, but what was the point of that? Was it just to have a great match? Why couldn't she have fought someone else and also had a great match? Like Athena! Athena! I don't know. Dude, ladies and gentlemen, I think going forward with AEW, if you see it as a glorified indie show, a glorified PWG, any kind of a glorified small indie company, it actually helps me appreciate it a little bit more. Because now I'm not having these grandiose expectations and comparing it to WWE. I'm just not. And I think Now that we know that this is probably where AEW is going to settle into things, they're not going to nowhere close to being able to compete on the level of WWE. Not like they were in 2021, 2022. Like, they had the roster to compete with anybody. They could have sold out any building they wanted to in 2021, 2022. But it's just sad to me seeing how far AEW has fallen off. And I keep coming up here hoping that they figure it out, and hoping that, okay, eventually something's going to come together, something's going to click, and we're back on track. I think I've kind of just accepted that this is where AEW is going to be. This is it. It's not going to be a major company. It is essentially another TNA. Just a place where wrestlers can go work and make money. That's it. That's it. I hope they prove me wrong. I'm seeing that they're not doing too bad in terms of ticket sales for All In here in Texas. Okay, let's see how well that goes. I just have to wonder, when does it bottom out? And that's my question to you guys. Because I came out of the show feeling like, yeah, good wrestling, but it didn't leave me with anything to chew on. No kind of cliffhanger, no nothing. I just feel like we're still stuck in this rut. We're still stuck with the Death Riders. We still don't have an opponent for Mercedes Moné. Athena, but we don't. I'm still waiting on them to get back to Toni Storm and Mariah May. Although I thought the match between Thunder Rosa and Mariah was actually great. It was a great match. But Thunder Rosa lost. And so it's like, okay, what did that do for her? Nothing. Konosuke Takeshita had a great match with Powerhouse Hobbs. What did that do for Powerhouse Hobbs? Nothing. Like, it's good wrestling. I'll even say awesome wrestling. But it's just wrestling. There's nothing to it. There's no substance to it. And unfortunately, that's what it's going to be now. Even the Continental Classic. It was great seeing Kenny Omega go out there confronting Okada, and that seems to be, well, I want to say an all-in match. They might do that earlier. But that seems to be what they want to do it all in. Sounds great to me. Makes me want to go be there. Makes me want to go see you live. But when it's all said and done, who got over in this tournament? Like, that's my question. Who got over in this Continental Classic tournament? I mean, Kyle Fletcher got a pinfall over Okada, but Kyle Fletcher didn't win the tournament. To me, and this is just me kind of just, again, going off of what we're doing with AEW, they're trying to build Kyle Fletcher into a main event player, right? I would have just had Kyle Fletcher win the whole thing. Fuck it. You could have still done Omega coming out to confront Okada. But I don't know, y'all. Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. So you can sleep, baby, I know. That's that me espresso.
Athena sucks. Edge sucks. Street Profits suck. Bailey sucks. Thunder Rosa sucks. Mercedes Moné sucks. And that group Moxley has sucks. It all sucks. Kenny Omega, come on home, big dog. Come on home.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is your World Super Chat Champion 3 Diglets jumping in to let the people know how he feels and keeping it real. He even threw in some, I saw you throw in some WWE names there, sir. You ain't slick. That boy said Street Profits and Bailey. He thought he was gonna be slick by not putting them in there. That's funny. I like how he did that though. That was clever. In all seriousness though, yeah, AEW needs to pick it back up. They need to find a way to pick it up. So we're gonna go ahead and move things along here. We're gonna do the usual stuff, plugs, say hello to the people, of course, say hello to the partners, Mint Mobile, and then I'll give you my review, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Nothing too spectacular to say. I'm gonna basically be like, this match was good, this match was great, this match was awesome, this match was man, and that main event sucked. And look, Omega's back. Oh look, Adam Copeland's back. Yay! And then that's it. That's gonna be the review. There you go. There's the review. I can go home right now. No, I am gonna give you a review. And then I'll talk to you guys after the show, because I want to get your thoughts. Like, seriously, genuine question. Where is your mindset when it comes to AEW as a whole? Right now, coming out of World's End, going into 2025. Talk to me. Like, where do you feel like you fit in the spectrum of AEW fandom? I'm just curious to know that. Thank you all for joining me on this lovely Saturday night. You could be anywhere and you chose me, and I'm grateful for it. So if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, your added help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing. Or whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate after the fact. You can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, give me a follow on Cameo, give me a follow on Threads. Follow us on Discord. Follow me on Blue Sky, where the skies are clearer. And give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi. And please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Are you a Just Alyx guy? Then join the club. Get you an I'm a Just Alyx guy t-shirt. Hot off the press. Also get you an old school Advertisement t-shirt, get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt, and many, many more t-shirt designs coming your way. So stay tuned. Join the cause. Expand the brand today, right here in Alyx's World. Thank you once again to the lovely people over at Mint Mobile Nation for continuing to partner with me on my live streams. If you are somebody looking for a sweet mobile plan deal, something that you can afford with high quality, think about what you pay for unlimited talks, unlimited texts, unlimited data, all that stuff. That costs an arm and a leg for certain mobile companies, but not Mint Mobile, because starting at $15 a month, I said $15 a month, you can have all of that, all of it. Unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data, starting at $15 a month. If that's something you're interested in, then how's about we get a quick word from our partners before we get to some shout out. This video is partnered by Mint Mobile. Like many of you, I've been trying to cut back on expenses lately, but let's be real. It's tough when you got things to do and you don't want to give them up. But sometimes you have to make those sacrifices to pay your phone bill and satisfy the big tech companies. That was until I discovered Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless services starting as low as $15 a month. With Mint Mobile, you can get high-speed data plus unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. The best part? You get to keep your phone and even the phone number. Now, if you do want to purchase your own phone, they do have phones available on the website, which you can get through the link. The internet service is reliably fast. It's so seamless, I put it up there with any other network on the market. Now, some of you might think switching to a new service is a hassle. Let me reassure you, this is only going to take you 15 minutes to set up. You could literally do it right now from your phone, no need to leave your house or contact anybody. And if your device does not support eSIM, then Mint Mobile will personally ship you a physical SIM card. So if you're like me and you want to save a little bit of money without sacrificing anything, use the link trymintmobile.com/justalyx and start your wireless plan today as low as $15 a month. Don't lose out on this opportunity. Start saving money by switching to Mint Mobile today. Thank you all so much for joining me here on this lovely live stream. Please show your love to the Mod Squad, Ultra, Shine Nice Empires Our Heart, Elias Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, Khalil does everything. Highway Dylan, a danger, the Mod Father, Teflon Don, and of course Big MGM, because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. Also, please be sure you like the video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, the International Super Chat Championship is on the line tonight. But I have a question. 3 Diglets. I am assuming you're not competing for this title, right? You're actually just kind of just here to support and donate, but you're not competing for the title since you're already the world champ. Because I was assuming that since you're the world champ, you would like someone else to get a shot at the gold. You know what I mean? You don't want to hog all the spotlight. But basically, if you want the Super Chat Championship, the International Championship, just donate the most money. It's as simple as that. You gotta reach into your wallet and pull out what you got. And the one with the most donations at the end of the stream will be Super Chat Champ. It's as simple as that. It's literally that simple. So, the 3 days is like, if I take the belt, I take the belt. All right, I guess he's gonna take. I guess he's competing for it. Okay, so currently, well, let me see what's going on here.
AEW is a place where you go to wrestle for the love of wrestling and you hope what you're doing sticks or resonates with the fans. It's a Hail Mary, a prayer, breaking the wishbone, keeping the faith, hoping for the best.
I mean, at this point, he told no lies. He told no lies. Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. So you can't sleep, baby, I know. That's that me espresso.
I honestly kept forgetting there was a PPV today. AEW needs to convince TK to hand over creative to a dedicated group who can make great episodic TV going forward.
Boom. That's it. It's as simple as that. Honestly, that's exactly what it needs to be. At this point in time, if you know that you suck at your job, Tony, then just hire people who are good. That's the good thing about a billionaire, about being a billionaire. You don't have to do all the work. You can be a lazy SOB and just take credit for it, Tony. Just take credit for it and let someone else do all the heavy lifting. Dag nabbit. 98% of the time is the reigning, defending Super Chat, International Super Chat Champion. We will see how we're going to play this out. Probably when we get to the end of it, 3 Diggers will be like, he can keep it. So we'll see how things turn out when it comes to AEW going into 2025. But you're right, 98% of the time, you're 98% of the time on point with your opinions, and in this case, you're 100% right. So, all right, let me get these shout-outs in really quickly. Also, let me make some couples change. Let me clean something up really quickly. Yes, Tony Khan could definitely use some help. That's for sure. Yeah, just go ahead and keep getting your donations in, guys.
Saw rumors of Cena versus Rhodes at Mania. As much as I want Cena to get 17. Face of WWE from a decade ago beating today's face of WWE would be bad booking.
Okay, so to answer your question, well, not even to answer your question, but to respond to your statement, I think, is it a dream match? Yes. Cody versus Cena is without question a WrestleMania dream match. I would want to see it myself. Because that's like, all right, two of the biggest faces, one of the two biggest faces in WWE coming together to fight for the top title. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. The problem with that, like you said, or like you hinted at, you're going to split the audience. The audience is either going to cheer for Cody and boo Cena, or they're going to cheer for Cena and boo Cody. And you don't want to compromise your top babyface in that position. Honestly, if you have Cody fight Cena, I guarantee you, because he's retiring, the fans would choose Cena over Cody. I guarantee. If you do that match at WrestleMania 41, the fans will choose Cena. Unless, here's the caveat, unless you have Cena go heel And then you do him versus Cody, which for the record would be insane. That would be crazy. Yeah, I don't know. The more I think about it, the only way we can do that match is if Cena is a heel. Unless you want to turn Cody heel, which is not happening. That's not happening anytime soon. So if you turn Cena heel, maybe you could do him and Cody at WrestleMania 41. Otherwise, you're probably better off not doing that match. Not at WrestleMania 41. That might be a match that we have to leave up to, like Taker versus Sting, Austin versus Hogan, Bryan Danielson versus Kurt Angle, where it's like, man, that's a dream match, but we probably can't cross that bridge right now. You can do it, but unless you want to divide the audience, it's probably best you don't do it, because you're going to end up compromising your top babyface. That's what I feel about that.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. So you can sleep, baby, I know. That's that me espresso.
For Cena to turn heel, he gotta cut that hair. And I doubt he's going to cut it.
Got that bald spot. He might have to cut it anyways. That boy got that bald spot. It's hard to ignore. So, again, that's just my opinion on your super chat. I'm not saying that they can't do Cena and Cody. I'm not saying that they won't do Cena and Cody. I'm saying if you're gonna do Cena and Cody, that's probably the best way to go about it. Alright, shout outs. Let's get these shout outs in. Who's here in the live chat? I see Mr. George Lewis, Dro Davidian, JJ, who let the dogs out? Who? JJ Bulldog. I see Trey Lusado. We got Wrestling is BS. Wrestling is some bullshit. I love that name, by the way. Ajax25. Shadow Star. Jordan Williams. Good to have you here, Mr. Jordan Williams. I also see Mr. 420. Mr. 420, who said TK McMahon. Tony McMahon. Tony McMahon. Let me see here. Robin Sucks. Good to have you here, sir. I also see Extreme Sonic the King. Good to have you here, Extreme Sonic. From the land of A&B Convos, Samantha Poole. Hey, Samantha, will you be joining us for our collab tomorrow? End of the Year Awards? Oh! Gotta plug that. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I will be doing an End of the Year Awards with A&B Convos and Steven Sandridge tomorrow afternoon. We're going to be doing it earlier on in the day. For me, it's going to be 3:30 p.m. Central Time. The stream is already up. You can just go put a reminder. But we're going to be talking about the best of the year. Simple as that. It's going to be a fun stream. Join us. Darcy Chatham, Alfredo Leva, Sean Swaby, baby, Juan Herrera, and who do I want to get the last one to? Who's gonna get the last one? Is it gonna be Mike Pringle, or is it gonna be Courtney Gaming Channel? Courtney Gaming Channel. Did I say that right? I want Cody Rhodes to drop the title to Kevin Owens at Rumble. I'm not laughing at you, Courtney, but y'all know how this works. Cody ain't losing that belt. Nah, he's the golden child. Y'all know better. Y'all know better. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So that's gonna do it for round 2. Hey, 3 Diglets. I do appreciate you for donating. How's about this? Tell you what we're gonna do. Keep donating. Would you be cool with having someone else win the championship? And here's why. Because you're gonna be defending the world title at Raw on Netflix, and then you're gonna be skipping Royal Rumble to defend the world title at Chamber, right? And then WrestleMania. Would it be cool if the winner of the international title defends the belt at Rumble. Because I'm thinking that the winner of the international championship defends the belt at the Royal Rumble, the one that you won't be able to make. And that'll make things a little bit more easier. Okay, cool. So, Three Diglets has decided that for tonight, he will not be competing for the international championship. Man, that's Three Diglets, man. He gets it. He understands business, bro. So, as of right now, as a result of Three Diglets taking a bye, 98% of the time is in the lead with $10. So, if you would like to win the international championship and defend it at the Royal Rumble, because that's where the belt's going to be defended at next, you have to beat $10. And we will resume the Super Chat Championship after the review. But get your donations in. And I do appreciate Three Diggers for being a good sportsman about that. Sean Swaby says, I want the Winged Eagle belt to be the official WWE Championship. Don't we all? Don't we all? But, alright, y'all, let's get to it. Let's go ahead and move things along to the review. And I'm serious when I tell you this. This review of the show is simply, literally gonna be, this match was good. This match was great. This match was awesome. That match was really good. This match was surprisingly good. This match was a freaking potential match of the year candidate. But that main event sucked. Oh, and by the way, Adam Copeland and Kenny Omega came back. That's basically what it's gonna be. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So, let me see. They were in Orlando, Florida. The Edition Financial Arena. How many people were there? How many people did they have in the arena? It looks like they had a pretty good sizable crowd, honestly. Kind of looked like I won't say they sold it out because that's not true. But it looked around, what, 8,000? 9,000? Okay, so WrestleTix says they had around 7,000 people. Hey, compared to Dynamite and Collision, that might as well be a WrestleMania show. It's bad. It's bad, guys. The attendances on these shows are terrible. They're terrible. They're awful. So 7,000, 6,500-ish, maximum 8,000 people, because it looked like it was 8,000. So that's just how I feel about that. I just kind of feel like, because the numbers are so low, it's just kind of nice to see them actually have a crowd for once.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. So you can sleep, baby. I know that's that me espresso.
Kinda from left field, but should they just have the Hurt Syndicate just take down Mox's group since people like them anyway? That could be a thing AEW could do. Shelton at least has to become TNT champ.
Like, I'm at the point now where they should just... I already said, like, give the belt to Adam Copeland and have Christian and Copeland fight over the championship, but that works too. Honestly, yeah, give the belt to Bobby Lashley and have him and Swerve feud over. I'll take that too. That sounds amazing. That sounds great, actually. Yeah, give the TNT titles, the TNT and the world titles to Shelton and Bobby, and then have Bobby and Swerve, and I guess Ricochet, feud over the world title. Any one of them's great. Seriously. By the way, 98% of the time, your lead increased to $20. So the amount to be Super Chat champ, international Super Chat champ, is $20. So, alright, I don't have any pictures, quite frankly. So you're just gonna have to just listen to me talk about these matches. They opened up with the first two matches of the Continental Classic, the semifinals matches. The first match was Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher. Now, their match at Full Gear I thought was outstanding. And I kind of feel like this one was just as good. But if I had to pick one, I'm going to go with their match at Full Gear. I thought their Full Gear match was... That was the match I felt made Kyle Fletcher. That was a match that made me go, oh, okay. All right, I see why. I see why Tony Khan likes him so much. I can see why Tony wants to push him very strongly. This match just kind of made me go, eh. You know what I mean? Like, Ospreay just beats him. Now, the match was outstanding. You got some color in it. And I thought Kyle Fletcher wrestled a great match. But coming out of it, I just questioned, like, so you had Kyle Fletcher beat Okada for him to just lose in the semifinals? See, to me, you beat Okada, you won the tournament. Right? Do we agree? I felt like, nah, that's it. He won. It's game over. You beat Okada clean? That's it. Give him the title. Nope. He just went to the semifinals just to lose to Will Ospreay. Okay. At least go to the finals and lose to Okada. Give Okada his win back. Right? And then do the rubber match for the Continental title on a different show. But he couldn't even get past the semifinals, so that just made me go, what was the point? What was the point of him even beating Okada? Okay, whatever. So Ospreay wins. The match was great, though. Match was outstanding. It's an Ospreay match. You know, an Ospreay match is like a Ric Flair match. Once you've seen one of his matches, you're basically going to see the same ones over and over, but there's nothing like a Will Ospreay match. And then we got the second semifinals match. Okada versus Ricochet. Okay. I am not over-exaggerating when I say this. And I mean this. This might be a short too. I think heel Ricochet by far is the best thing in AEW right now. It is the best thing going for them. I did not think he would get over as much as he has as a heel. Because I've never seen him work a heel role. Not saying he has never been a heel. I've never seen him be a heel. Every time I've seen Ricochet wrestle, he's been a babyface. And I mean it. He was never a heel in WWE or NXT. He wasn't a heel in Lucha Underground. He was Prince Puma under a mask. Maybe he was a heel in PWG or somewhere else. I've never seen him be a heel before. And so, seeing how well he works as one, I'm shocked we never went this route. I'm actually pissed off at WWE for not turning him heel. Because I feel like if you had turned him heel in WWE, my goodness, he would have blown up. You could have put him with Samantha. Oh, they missed an opportunity. Because seeing him work a heel role is giving me life. I love it. I love seeing him work as a heel. And this match with Okada was awesome. And I love that Okada is starting to try a little bit more now. Because his whole shtick as a heel was, I'm a lazy, rich wrestler that's not going to give 100% unless I have to. But now you're starting to see him come out of that shell more and more. And so now he's trying. And he did try with Ricochet. And I thought it actually helped the match. As you know, Okada beats Ricochet. But here's the thing. The difference between Ricochet losing and Kyle Fletcher losing. Kyle Fletcher losing didn't help him at all. You have Kyle Fletcher beat Okada and then just lose. So now you're like, okay, where does Fletcher go from here? I don't know. He's back to being with Don Callis for no reason. Ricochet losing actually advanced his storyline. Not even from the standpoint of, all right, him losing helped his character and helped people see like how his character reacts to losses. And again, like, winning is great. The best characters know how to get over in a loss. Ricochet can get over in a loss, and what made this loss even sweeter is having Swerve Strickland go out there afterwards, right? And then they had a Happy New Year celebration where they passed out toilet paper and they all threw it inside the ring like streamers. That shit was great. And then you had the visual of Ricochet like on the verge of snapping. Like he is seething at Swerve Strickland for embarrassing him. And you're like, ooh, he gonna get him back. He about to get him back. And to me, I love what we're doing here. I love that we're not just setting up a feud between Ricochet and Swerve, which is gonna cook, by the way, but we're giving an actual premise, an actual direction for Ricochet. And you see stuff like this, and it pisses me off because you see what they're doing with Ricochet. You see what they're doing with the Hurt Business. We hurt people. We hurt people. You see what they're doing with all this stuff, and you go, man, this, you can get it right. You can get it right, AEW, but you just don't. This is an actual program, Swerve and Ricochet, that I want to see play out. You know the match is going to be great, but it's not about just the match. There's an actual heat to it. There's an actual direction. There's a story. Oh my God. There's a storyline behind it because you know Ricochet is trying to get in the Hurt Business, and so he can use this to impress MVP, and so this is going to lead to more. Oh my God, it's going to tie in to MVP and Swerve, and then going back to the Hurt Business versus her. Oh goodness. It's incredible to me how they can get it right, but then get it so wrong with everything else. But they're getting it right with Ricochet. Ricochet has been easily one of the best things on AEW television. We move on to the AEW Women's World Championship. Diana Street Fight. Mariah May, the champ, defends against Thunder Rosa, who is having her first pay-per-view match since... Ooh. When was the last time she wrestled on a pay-per-view? It's been a minute. It wasn't since... it hasn't been since she came back. I know that's not true. Because I feel like she wrestled for the championship before, like in 2023. I'm pretty sure she wrestled for the championship before in 2023. Unless I'm mistaken. Some of y'all will remind me and help me, but yeah, I thought this match was great. You had thumbtacks, you had violence, you had barbed wire. No blood, though. This is the match with all the toys and tools, but nobody bled. Okay, that was a choice. If any match should have had blood, it should have been this one. There was a spot where Thunder Rosa cracked Mariah May over the head with a fucking, what is it, a spray can? A can. And I swear to God, when she did that, I'm like, if she is not busted open, her head is made of fucking iron. Nothing. No blood. No blood. I was baffled. No blood in this match. But alright. Someone told me it's Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa in 2023. Really? I don't remember that match. And they're telling me it was Double or Nothing last year. Alright. I seriously, and I mean this, I don't remember. Was it last year or was it this year? Because if it was Double or Nothing, that means it was against Toni Storm. Okay, I don't remember. She hasn't been on TV a lot. Actually, wait. No, you're right. Because Deonna Purrazzo, I think, cost her the match, didn't she? Right, and then her and Deonna Purrazzo had that feud on Collision that nobody watched. But, okay, alright. Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure she was on pay-per-view before this. But, yeah, this match with her and Mariah May, it was a great match. Mariah May hits this sweet-ass pile driver through a table that was on point. But she just beats Thunder Rosa, and this is my biggest problem with matches like this. Okay, Mariah May beats Thunder Rosa in a great match. Now what? We already know she's going to fight Toni Storm, who currently has amnesia, but will probably regain her memory when they fight at AEW's Grand Slam in Australia, right? So, we'll get back to this feud by that point. But I still feel like, okay, so what does Thunder Rosa do now? I would love to see Thunder Rosa versus Mercedes Moné. Can we get that? That's the match we should have done. Instead of doing Mercedes Moné and Kris Statlander again. As great as that match was, we should have done Mercedes and Thunder Rosa and sent Kris Statlander after Mariah May. That's what we should have done, quite frankly. I would have preferred those two matches. But, alright. We're still in limbo with Mariah May until they get back to her and Toni Storm. Okay, I'm gonna make this quick. Dynamite Diamond Ring, MJF versus Adam Cole. It's over. I'm just glad this storyline is over with. The match wasn't even bad. The match was good. I thought the match overall delivered pretty solidly. I didn't think there were any issues. I thought the spots made sense. The Kingdom getting kicked out and MJF pulling an Eddie Guerrero to get them kicked out was nice. And then Adam Cole got greedy. He could have just beat him with a simple house call. What is it called again? Last call? House call? House call is the is Swerve Strickland's move. Last call. No, it's not even called the last call. That was the name of the move in NXT. What is it called? Lord the Boom? The Boom, right? Lord the Boom, whatever. He could have hit him with the Lord the Boom or the Panama Sunrise and beat him, but no, he decided, I'm going to use the Dynamite Ring, and MJF made him pay for it by hitting him with a low blow and hitting a heat seeker and pinning him 1, 2, 3. And I was like, okay, alright. I guess that's the end of that. So he beats Adam Cole by cheating, and of course gets the Diamond Ring. And then afterwards, you see Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly come out. And they help Adam Cole lay out MJF with the Diamond Ring. And so MJF scurries away, and we end the segment with the Undisputed Era reuniting with the Undisputed Kingdom. Look at that. So what is it called? The Undisputed Era Kingdom? The Kingdom of the Undisputed. Okay, I'm going to stop. I have no idea. They're going to figure out something. Maybe it's just Undisputed Kingdom. But yeah, I feel like this was the end of the feud. MJF got his win back. He got his revenge. Got his ring. Kept it. Beat Adam Cole for screwing him over last year. And Adam Cole reunited with his friends. So we're done, right? We're finished. That's it. We're moving on. No other reason to keep this going. Just saying. Right? We're not going to keep this going, right? We're not going to find some people to tag team with MJF and keep this feud going, right? It's over, right? Please be over. AEW International Championship, Konosuke Takeshita taking on Powerhouse Hobbs. This match was great. I literally had no idea this match was on the card because I don't watch Rampage or Collision. Apparently this was announced on Rampage. God damn, Tony Khan is awful. I swear to God. He doesn't know how to book anything. He should understand that you're supposed to announce this stuff on the shows where most of the people watch. But whatever. The match was great. I thought Konosuke Takeshita and Powerhouse Hobbs had basically a hoss fight. And it was believable. And I love seeing it. But Powerhouse Hobbs, it's actually kind of sad because Takeshita wins the match. He retains the title. You see Powerhouse Hobbs, and in my eyes, you see a world champion. You see someone who could be a world champion with the right booking, with the right storyline. And I feel like, unfortunately, Tony Khan doesn't see him as more than just fodder for other people. Because you see him in there wrestling. You see him getting a reaction. What it's going to take for Tony Khan to see the potential in him, I don't know. But I can't get my hopes up because he had Wardlow. That was a world champion right there. And they had booked him to be this sawn-off monster in 2022 and then did nothing with it. He couldn't capitalize on it. And so I'm not going to get my hopes up to expect he would do the same thing with Powerhouse Hobbs. So what's going to happen with Powerhouse Hobbs? Nothing. He's cooked. He just lost to Konosuke Takeshita, so probably what happened is he will just go to Ring of Honor or something. I don't know. Someone said he should join the Hurt Business. Why not? Fuck it. Might as well give him to the Hurt Business. At least he'll be used for something. Jesus Christ, what a team that would be. Especially if they get Ricochet in there too. Oh. And then they get freaking Max Caster. Oh Lord. I don't know if we can have those two in there though. That would probably be bad. But anyways. Apparently they're gonna break up the Acclaimed, which is stupid. Mercedes Moné versus Kris Statlander DOS for the TBS Championship. I thought the match was amazing. I won't say it's as good as the match at Full Gear. I thought that match was definitely one of the best female matches all year. And something that showcased Mercedes to be, in my personal opinion, the best, if not one of the best female wrestlers today. And this match was no different. They both went in there and tore it up. I just wish they would have given more of a premise to why they had a second match. Instead of, hey, you want to wrestle me again? Sure. I think what we're going to be seeing going forward with Mercedes Moné is, and hopefully, because this is me speculating, hopefully this does come to fruition. We're going to start seeing her get more cocky. We're going to start seeing her let her guard down like Roman Reigns did. He got cocky because he held the belt for such a long time. And so Cody caught him slipping. And that's how he won the belt. So I think with Mercedes, because she's won so many title matches, and because she's basically their longest reigning TBS champion, current, I think, right? How long did Jade hold that belt? Actually, no, that's not true. Because I think Jade held it for over a year, right? Didn't she hold that bitch for over a year? Before dropping it to Kris Statlander of all people. Right? Did she drop it to Kris Statlander? I think she did. Well, yeah, Jade held that for a long ass time. So, she's one of the longest reigning champions they've had. And I think Mercedes Moné is going to get cocky. And then whoever can catch her slipping, Athena, that's what they'll do. But nah, she's not going to lose the belt to Statlander, who, I don't know what they do with Statlander now. It's like, okay, we have an issue with Mercedes where they don't have any credible... Yeah, I don't know. Like, they don't have anybody credible to beat her on the main roster. They have somebody. They have plenty of them. Athena being one of them. But, like, I'm sorry. Like, who's... You're going to have Willow beat her? Thunder Rosa could beat her. There's one. But would you have Thunder Rosa beat Mercedes? Probably not. Deonna Purrazzo? That's not happening. Who am I kidding? Deanna's nobody in AEW. And I love Deonna, but she's nobody in AEW. Yeah, they don't really have a lot of women. They don't have anybody credible. Saraya is on break. Someone brought up Saraya. I would love to see Saraya take on Mercedes, but Saraya is taking a break from AEW currently. Why, I don't know. So, we're going to find out what they do. I would love to see Camille get a shot. I mean, since there's at least a story there. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But yeah, Kris Statlander did all that. Getting with Stokely Hathaway, turning heel, attacking Willow, having that damn near classic with Will Nightingale at All Out. Only for her to just renege on all of that, leave Stokely Hathaway, go babyface, and then lose to Mercedes. And just lose to Mercedes Moné twice. And then someone brought up Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter should be going for the women's world title. But yes, I guess you can have Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes. That match would be fire if you do it. So, let's see what they do with Stat going forward, because right now, I don't really see much coming out of it. The Continental Classic Finals, Will Ospreay versus Okada. Look. Ospreay, bro. He's on another level, bruv. I thought this match was outstanding. This was the match I've been looking for when it comes to Okada. Because I've been waiting for him to give me that New Japan Pro Wrestling style Okada match since he debuted in March. And it kind of felt like he's been phoning it in deliberately. And so tonight was like the first taste of that Okada New Japan Pro Wrestling classic bout machine wrestler. You know what I mean? The guy that made Dave Meltzer give him 7 stars and break his own scale. And Dave has not been the same since. And this is just me. And I realize I spelled his name wrong. I'm going to have to fix that in a second. I apologize. I just know that someone of Okada's caliber, there's only so many people that can give him that match. And I'm happy to say that one was Ospreay. And you already know the other one is Omega. So when Okada did win this match, which by the way he did win this match. He had a fantastic, damn near classic with Will Ospreay. There was a side of me that was just like, man, can we get this Okada every single week? Because this Okada would do wonders for AEW. And here's the crazy part about it. He's a heel. Okada's a heel. But because he's so talented and because he's so good at what he does, like, and I mean this like seriously, how in the world, how in God's name does anybody boo him? Why would you boo him? So, fantastic match. Will Ospreay had a reason to lose because he was already injured and bloodied and battered from his match with Kyle Fletcher. So him losing doesn't hurt him. Again, like, certain people can get over in a loss. Will Ospreay is somebody that can get over in a loss. Darby Allin is someone that can get over in a loss. And now Ricochet has proven he can get over in a loss. So, now, with Okada wants to give away the Continental title, you have Christopher Daniels come out and say he's no longer an EVP and he can't award Okada the belt, but this man can. And then you hear, "Are you ready for a battle cry? Are you ready for a battle cry?" Omega comes out, gets the whole Arsenio Hall entrance with the stage opening up. He walks out, so good. And he hands the belt to Okada, and then you see them stare face to face, and you see All In the background, and you go, all right, we get it. Look here, I'm so happy Okada. I'm so happy Omega is back, and Omega will be wrestling in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Look here, if he's back full time, and I mean like back full time, just give him the world title. Just give him the world title. I think Omega is exactly who AEW needs right now. Because if we're talking about restoring the feeling, bruv. Quite frankly, you need Omega up front. You need Omega at the helm of it all. And I think he's definitely going to be able to have those same quality classic matches he had with Okada in New Japan Pro Wrestling when he comes back. So I'm excited about that. Now, if the show had ended here, if they had cut off the show right here after Omega came back and he stared down Okada, I would have given this show an A. I would have been like, oh yeah, definitely one of the best shows all year. Although the matches, didn't have much of a story behind it, I feel like in terms of what they did and some of the stuff leading into next week, including Ricochet and then all that, yeah, I would have given it an A. But then that goddamn main event had to happen. That main event had to happen and killed any chances of me giving it an A. I'm sorry. I don't mind saying it. This might be one of the worst, if not the worst, main event that AEW has put on when it comes to a pay-per-view. This was bad. AEW World Championship Fatal 4-Way, Jon Moxley, Jay White, Hangman Adam Page, and Orange Cassidy. I could not give any fucks. I couldn't find it in me to give any fucks about this match. It was that fucking bad. Because as soon as the match started, here comes the freaking Death Riders, and it just turned into a clusterfuck of a free-for-all where everybody's just fighting. They go into the crowd, they start fighting, and then next thing you know, freaking Jay White, Hangman Page, and Orange Cassidy are working together to fight Jon Moxley, and I'm like, it's a fatal 4-way. Then they remember, oh wait, it's a fatal 4-way. Then they start fighting each other. And I'm watching it happen, and I'm like, I don't care. I just don't care. Like, this is so boring. The crowd was dead for it for the most part. And then Moxley just wins after Jay White hits the freaking Blade Runner on Marina Shafir, which she sold pretty nicely, by the way. And that allows Wheeler Yuta to hit the running knee, and then Jon Moxley hits him with the Death Rider. Get it? The Death Rider from the Death Riders. And pins him 1, 2, 3. It was literally a lame duck finish to a bad clusterfuck of a match. And I just tweeted when the match was over. I said, well, that sucked. That was it. But then they ended the show with FTR coming out and FTR being flanked by Adam, Copeland, Edge. So, there you go. It looks like Adam Copeland is going to be going after Jon Moxley for the world title. And yeah, Christian was there watching it all happen. So Christian will most likely end up cashing in on Adam Copeland, and that will be a feud. Sounds good to me. So welcome back, Adam Copeland. Someone else that was desperately needed. Again, like if Omega's back full time, just give Omega the belt. But more than likely, I don't know. Maybe we'll definitely see how things turn out with the World Championship. But get the belt off of Jon Moxley. You gotta get the belt off of him. Cause I'm sorry, like if Shane McMahon is not gonna show up, then we really don't need to have him. By him, I mean Jon Moxley. We don't really need to have him holding that belt because all of a sudden, for me, it's just it's not really doing much for anybody. It really isn't. So, yeah, there you go. That was again, like I told y'all, like the review was gonna be exactly what I said it was gonna be. This match was good. This match was good. This match was good. That match was awesome. And then the main event sucked. Oh, by the way, Adam Copeland and Kenny Omega are back. That's it. So again, I hope things pick up for AEW going into 2025 because right now it ain't working. It's not clicking for me. All right, so let me chat it up with the people here. The amount to beat right now is $20 if you want to be international champion. I'm going to give you guys. Let me see how many minutes. We'll go a good 10. If by the end of the 10 minutes we do not have a we do not have anybody donating over, of course, $20, then 98% of the time we'll retain, and 98% of the time you will defend your belt on the big stage. You'll get to defend your belt at the Royal Rumble. You will not be defending your belt at an AEW pay-per-view. Honestly, dude, 98% of the time, like, if you do win this belt, you can just start defending your belts at WWE pay-per-views alongside Three Diglets if you want to. And then whoever is, like, in second place will just win the title. Because I'm at the point now where these AEW shows, they don't... I'm not saying they don't get views. It's just, unless I'm ranting on the show, nobody cares. No one cares about AEW anymore. Not at least on my side of things. Like most of the streams that people watch over here is essentially WWE streams. So yeah, we'll do that 98% of the time. That's if, you know, by the end of the 10 minutes, which is looking like it's going to be the case, you're going to retain the title, then we can just do, you can just start defending the belt alongside Three Diglets if you want to. If you want to. You're still the champ, so you get to decide when the belt will be defended. But, like you even said, you forgot that there was a pay-per-view tonight. Personally, if I really wasn't doing anything with this show, or I wasn't even, you know, doing YouTube at all, probably would have forgotten to. If I'm being honest with you, I probably would have forgotten. Alright, so, yeah, give me your thoughts. Like, what are your overall thoughts on AEW currently, as we head into 2025? Like, where is your heads at when it comes to the shows? And also give me your thoughts on the show as well. Like, give me your grades, give me your scores and stuff. Like, I want to know how we felt about AEW tonight. Curious about that. Works for you 98% of the time? Sweet. So we do agree that if you retain, you get to defend it at the Royal Rumble. That's cool. JJ Bulldog says, I still care about Dynamite being a good show if it means something like in 2019. They had such good faith in 2019, bro. They squandered all of that. That's pathetic. AEW lacks creative. Hold on. Sorry, I missed your comment there, JJ Bulldog. 1 second. Gotta get it back. Come on. 1 second. It was a good comment too. Alright, AEW lacks creative stories and don't get much other wrestlers TV time, especially after MJF lost the title and not having Ricky Starks having a push for the fans to see. Yeah, he fumbled the ball hard with Ricky Starks. That guy is a main event player waiting to happen. That's for sure. Let me see here. No one in AEW's women's division is there. If you were to go to the main roster page and you look at all the people that were assigned and hired by AEW, it would blow you away how many people are not being used. Probably not. I don't know. It blew me away because I went back the other day and I saw, oh my god, all these people are not being used? What are we doing? What are we doing, man? Am I ready for a SmackDown to be 3 hours? No! Jesus Christ almighty, 3 hours? I don't know about that one, Chief. They better be able to carry it, cause shit. Kid Danger says, I have something to tell you. I have information. What do you have, Kid Danger? What's your info? BC Amplified said something the other day that Tony Khan basically is trying to run before he learned how to crawl with AEW. 98% of the time says, I'm still hopeful overall for AEW because Ospreay, Konosuke Takeshita, Hurt Syndicate, Swerve, and it's looking like Ricochet could turn this around in a span of a couple of months if done right. Big F. There's always going to be that opportunity for them to do it right. It's there. I just get upset when they don't take it. But you're right. There is an opportunity to get things back on track with those talents you named. Yeah, I hope they can make 3 hours of SmackDown work. And it's all in the air, though. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call it. 98% of the time, congratulations, you have retained your International Super Chat Championship. So congratulations to, of course, 98% of the time for maintaining the belt. Your next championship defense, let me make it official. Here we go. The next championship defense will be at the Royal Rumble, which is in February. So that's going to be a big one. That's going to be a big title defense. It's one thing to defend it on AEW shows, but now you're going to be defending it in front of the big crowds. So let's see how well you do it. All right, y'all. It's late. It's past midnight over here, and I got to wake up tomorrow to do another live stream. So let me go ahead and cut this one off. Let's see how AEW does in 2025. Hopefully they get back on track. But there you go. That's going to do it for me. Thank you all for watching. Do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. I love you all, and I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's World. The place it is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you.
When you're in your world.